Now it works. Good. Right. Seems very, very bright. Oh, come on. Let's see how badly this game runs while I'm streaming. Seems to run alright. Maybe updating my graphics drivers worked. Where are we going? What am I doing?
Don't be afraid to make mistakes. It's all part of the learning process.
Yeah, we're going off.
Keep up.
Where is this lad? See a little dribble down there. There he is. Hate those. They're like the most annoying enemy in the game. Almost. The dogs are the most annoying. The flying dogs. Hello, Keeps.
Smells like something good is
How are you
inside.
doing? Looks like I've been here. Yeah. Anyway, I was here doing the current event. Let's see if we can find that thing. Watering garden? What? Whose garden? Your dad's?
One with the forest.
I'm getting sick of this game.
Let's nip that in the bud.
Yeah. And your parents are away a lot.
I'll be back.
Off we go.
Can't see.
I'll be back.
Are those
Sounds like
fungi all
something
gathered
is
over there?
inside.
Huh? Adventureland. Alright. Just some random.
Let's light it up.
One with the forest.
Actually, let's make sure they're all on fire before we do anything.
I hear everything.
I gotta read. Thanks for your help once again. To think that my reagent didn't work this time either. Where did I go wrong? Now that you mention it, there's an odd smell in the air. That must be the extract I used for my experiments. I was trying a new reagent this time. A single whiff of it sends fungi running for the hills. Or rather, that's how it should have gone anyway. This was also a failure, but I will succeed next time. Tell you what, I've even come up with my sales pitch. Not gonna lie, but it seems like your brew will only make them mad. That must be because I didn't use enough of it, that's what he said last time. As long as we add a little more active ingredients, they'll be too intimidated to even get close. Hello, Reguline, how's it going? Thanks to your coming to my rescue, I was able to obtain this data. It's not much, but please accept this as compensation. You give me. I missed.
Keep up.
I missed what he gave me. Didn't I see some blobs before? Also, that one is activated, but this one is not. Still dying? Kind of. I honestly don't even remember what it felt like anymore. I mean, I still don't feel great. But I feel different. See? I'm doing a carnivore diet now. We'll see if that has any
See?
effect.
Absorption test. Swirl, Mark 2.
Did you die? No. Still one left. Come here.
Everybody stand back.
Enshroud.
I'm trying to finish this event that's going right now,
That's close
Happy to
enough.
oblige.
but I just keep getting sidetracked because I find random treasure chests everywhere.
Oh, the jungle.
That's also how we play this game, so it's fine. Bye.
One with the forest.
And we're at the edge of the area. Oh, no wonder I can't find those little things. Don't have the thing equipped there. Now maybe we have a chance. There we go. Oh, hello there. Internet bad? Alright, dude. Golden Nara is good without Ararakalari? Arachanda wants to see it. Of course, watch this. Great. Golden Nara is gonna strut his stuff. Now I should remember to break the tall jar first and then the short one. Okay. Tall jar. Short jar. You happy? You got the order wrong? Oh, I have to... okay. I have to smash all the tall ones, I guess. And then... yeah! Hell yeah! Would Nara become even better once Nara learns Aurora Kalari? Then I need to start this shit. Now, where are we exactly? Top left. Yeah, I am kind of cheating. But it's just so that I can get all of them. Because there are 60 of these assholes. No, 70, 75, 76. Scattered all over this map. And getting all of them. And, yeah. Later on, when you have like 70 of them, and you have 6 remaining, and you need to figure out where they are.
Adventure time.
I would rather do it this way. Like, I'm not looking at the map going for them, I'm just kind of picking them off when I find them. Up in the tree? Oh, there's a sonic bouncy thing. Boing!
Enshroud!
This guy is really strong against electro stuff, but it sucks against fire.
Stand clear.
As I'm building him as elemental mastery only. That's where this lad comes in. Now someone's gonna be like, you're not building Razor correctly. Anytime now.
Let's light it up. I'm going in.
Can't see. I hear everything.
Oh, Soda, how's it going?
Enshroud!
Is that all of them? I haven't picked up the poop. Right. Ancient iron points.
Good as inside.
Nice. Say up. Okay, there. It was not that far up.
Yeah.
Warm and moist, mosquitoes everywhere. Where were you again? Is it like spring in Australia now? Look at him, little fuzzy guy just rolling there. Too bad I'm going to kill him. In the way. Though I guess it's still summer up here too. He has located the treasure. Oh. Boing. Alright, yeah, sorry I was playing easy.
Why is there a chest here?
We'll get there, I just need to finish 7 other East games first. And get back to streaming at all. Kind of why I'm doing that. I was never. I was like. I was very certain I was never going to play this game, and then Robert was like, "Go play Genshin" once when I said that I was super bored,
Animal hypostasis.
and I was like, "All right, fuck it,"
Don't break my glasses.
and I've been playing it's like non-stop.
Let's nip that in the butt.
Stop burning! You have to kill the plants without using lightning or fire on them. But I'm too lazy. If you use lightning or fire on them, they drop like painted materials. But I don't have any characters that can kill them fast enough. Yeah, I mean, I have played a lot of games like that. Like, I played Mobile Legends Adventures for quite a while. Mostly at my parents', but... I've also played Grand Summoners and some other game, I think. But I always quit them because they become this daily thing. And I just feel like I'm going insane after a while.
Get out of here!
Like, I can live with certain, like, dailies.
Everybody stand back!
But there comes a point where it just becomes,
Animal
like,
test 60 away.
it's not healthy.
Enshroud! One thing after another. Yeah. I'll uproot you.
I have tried Raid Shadow Legends, but did not have a cool anime style. The art. But except for the story, which I don't really like much, I do think this is a pretty decent game. Like, the gameplay is not bad. And there's, like, all constant progress and things to work towards. Plus, they patch in new things. New characters. I was looking for something. I was looking for this lad here. But I don't know where I wanted to use it anymore. Oh, whatever, let's finish this first. Playing enlisted? I'm gonna assume that's some army game. That's the thing I wanted to shoot. Usually the puzzles are... Yeah. The puzzles are really pathetic. I wish the puzzles were harder. but they're super easy. Kind of just go through the motion.
Keep up. Huh.
In case I need another one. Yep. Blip. And you get a treasure chest, and it contains trash, one dendro sigil, and some XP. Nice. It's battlefield. All right. Is it planet side? Or is it literally just match based? That's what War Thunder is, right? It's just like a match.
Keep up.
There's a dig site. This is the current event. You just run around with this little guy and find some treasure chests, and that's it. It's not more advanced than that. Hello, guys.
One with the forest. Ha. Yeah.
Alright. No! No!
Can't see. I hear everything. Huh.
Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork! Stand clear. Animal test 6308. Swirl, Mark 2.
One with the forest.
Yep. Stop burning, please. Not really that big of a deal when it's burning, but... Actually, you have to heal yourself, and that's annoying. Oasis Gardens
Why is there a
Kindness.
chest here?
What do you do with that? Maybe I can... Oh, we can level up his super. I haven't really been grinding these. So I've been using my points for other things. Speaking of which, how close are we to ranking up her? She needs 2 more. Alright, let's go kill the... Animo, whatever it's called. Animo hypostasis or some shit. Then I need to do the Raiden Shogun's second storyline. So I unlock her so I can grind her.
Adventure time! Get out of here! Take cover!
My damage is terrible.
Can't see? I'll uproot you.
Fast enough? Oh, it was. At least on this guy.
Keep up.
Oh no. Honestly, this is the most annoying hypostasis that I've been
Adventure time.
fighting, at least.
Yeah, everybody stand back.
Enshroud.
Because you can't really do much on it. If you have like an elemental character with really high levels of elemental mastery, then it's fine. Then you just do shitloads of damage on them.
Get out of here.
Can't see?
Run away!
One with the forest.
Facer is pretty good at this one though. Oh, kill it! Oh, I got it. Now we have to grab all of these fucking things. And I did it. That was like the easiest one I've ever seen. And we have to kill it again. I could have killed it there.
Off we go. I'm going in.
Ha! Bash, and we got 2 of those. That's what we needed. Which bosses drop wind stuff? Do you? No, is it only Storm Terror? Oh, Storm Terror sucks cock. Yeah. Let's check the others. We've got Child. No! This is water, ice, and lightning. That's not what we want.
Avoid the trees.
Is there another trance domain here? I don't think so. Child. Child, the wolf, Storm Terror, in Inazuma. There's nothing? Because I haven't unlocked Shogun yet. Oh yeah, there's her. But she also doesn't give air. Yeah, so we do have to do Storm Terror. Storm Terror is like the worst fight in the entire game. There's no real reason to have Sucrose here. Let's switch her to Barbara.
Wish me luck.
Okay. Damage buff. Come on, bitch. Land!
Can't see.
Son of a bitch. Land!
Let's nip that in the bud. Enshroud.
I don't think burning does really that good damage here, though.
Let's light it up.
One with the forest.
Oh! Oh, don't do the swooshy swoosh! I think he becomes immortal when he does that. Because it leads up to this. I've never hit him when he does that.
Can't see. Time to pull some weeds.
Ready, steady, go.
This is almost a Capcom fight. Pretty close to a Capcom fight, to be honest. It doesn't suck quite as much, though. Oh, I missed it again.
One with the forest.
Don't shoot me in the head. Alright, let's just try. I know Racer doesn't have his super.
I'll uproot you. Enshroud.
Go for the burning more then. Whoa!
Can't see. Yeah.
I can't tell. Maybe this thing has its own burning. I don't feel like... No, it isn't burning at all. Ow! I fell.
Keep up.
So it's not worth trying to do burning there. Just bring out Racer and punch him in the head. Ah!
Oh, what a drag.
Holy shit! So many!
Let's dance. Let's light it up.
One with the force.
Okay, I think he always starts blasting on the left side. We should go to the right. Bonk! Oh. The reason I did this is because I feel like this is the best place to get the next rank of these elemental crystals. Some trash. HP goblet. Geo damage goblet. Wow. Well, that is some dog shit. Well, we got a dream solvent, that's good. Could go right back to sleep. Why not? And buy something here. $240 Primo gems, and then now we need to save for a mini Sealy. Need to do this too. Floor 8, Chamber 3. But I don't have enough characters. Anyway. Let's go back to town. It's the windy one. We need... Was it 6? I think so. Yeah. Don't do it. He never learns. I don't think I had that many level up thingies. She sucks as well, because I haven't leveled up her artifacts, because they're really dog shit. Hello, Martin. Your new profile picture is terrible. Doesn't look like you at all anymore. Looked exactly like you before. Now... She does have some elemental mastery here. I can because I use Restream. It shows it in that chat.
Sucrose, a researcher of alchemy. I heard you've been to a lot of places, so I was wondering if you... What am I saying? It's only our first time meeting, I shouldn't trouble you. But if you're willing, I'd love to hear any stories you have about your adventures. I'd really like that.
That was way longer than I
Once I
thought.
came to understand more about bioalchemy, I stopped eating mushrooms. You're no doubt aware? Mushrooms grow on that which has died, which in turn makes me think of other such things, and my appetite just disappears. Ugh.
Sucrose carnivore diet confirmed? Her name is Sucrose, yes. Alright, we've upgraded her. What about her weapon? Sacrificial fragment. Can't do this today. Yeah, it does. Everybody thinks this is a mobile game, but it's not. It's a PC game that works on mobile. It's not an MMO. It's a single player game. The only thing you can do, like, this is the entire world, it's pretty big. Plus, you've got Japan over here. Plus, you've got, like, some secret areas as well, underneath. But it's only you there, and it's only your world. And, like, if you pick up a plant, that plant is gone for 48 hours since you picked it up. But people can join. Like, you can have people in your game, and then they run around. But you have 4 characters that you can switch between on the fly. And when you're playing in co-op, it's split down the middle. So whoever joins your server gets the 2 last slots, and you have the 2 first slots. So you basically only play 2 characters then. If you have 4 people, then everyone just plays 1 character. But that mechanic is mostly just for, you know, exploring with friends. But you can do the same thing in dungeons and stuff. Let's do a cringe quest line. Let's do this one. Been meaning to do this one for ages now. Wish it had a dark mode here. Robert says that it does, but I only ever notice when it doesn't, so maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, I'm not sure.
I have gathered everyone here today to make an important announcement. Perhaps some of you will have heard the news already. I am, in fact, planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber.
Rebuild the Jade Chamber? That's a huge project.
So the rumors are true. No wonder the price of building materials has gone up so much lately.
The Jade Chamber means a lot to Lady Ningguang. Getting involved in this would be a huge opportunity.
Lady Ningguang, is there any way we can be of service?
Patience. Since the news made it out a few days ago, I have already had many people contacting me to declare an interest in joining the project. Nevertheless, I do have a few matters I should like to entrust to you here today.
Heard.
The building site has been chosen, and most of the materials have been assembled. 3 key items are, however, still outstanding.
Wait until you
They
hear
are as
Paimon's
follows.
voice actress.
Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils.
It honestly ruins the entire game.
Excuse my ignorance, Lady Ningguang. I'm familiar enough with Plostrite, but I've never even heard of those other 2.
Only sufficiently large pieces of plastrite, or specifically vermilionite, may earn themselves the Sunset moniker. This stone is what allows the Jade Chamber to float. Wonder cores, meanwhile, are the central components of the mechanical structure of the Jade Chamber. Adepti sigils serve as a means of integrating the mechanical devices with Adepti art. They are as indispensable as the mechanical core itself.
Any second now.
Although these 3 items are rare, I trust that with your connections and capabilities, procuring them will not be a question of if, but of when. I take the
I'm on.
saying, time is money, more seriously than most. Efficiency is everything. I will pay a generous price for the materials that you find. And in addition, the first 3 people who collect all the materials will have the opportunity to ask me a question. You may ask me anything, and I will give you an honest answer. I trust that this means of compensation will be to everyone's satisfaction.
These things won't be easy to get hold of. But if it means a chance to get some inside information on Liyue Harbor's development plan for next year...
Then it's the deal of a lifetime. Information from Lady Ningguang is priceless. Whoever gets to it first takes the market.
Haha, what a coincidence. I won't divulge too much, but I heard some murmurings about some plastrite just the other day. So excuse me all, but I have some business to do.
I'm on.
No. We better move quickly, or this opportunity will be snatched away from us.
Ningguang's rebuilding the Jade Chamber? This is a huge deal! Let's get involved!
So you heard my announcement, did you? What do you think? Interested?
You don't understand. The thing is that the main character, from the beginning, you get to choose male or female, right? And because of this, they decided to make Paimon your voice. Like, she's basically Navi, your Link, more or less. And she does all the talking for you in everything, 100%. So that is your voice. And she never stops talking. She's so annoying.
Yes. Providing the question pertains to something I am knowledgeable about.
Really? Ooh, then Paimon will ask you about how to run a business! Then we'll never be short of Mora ever again!
So true,
Of course.
Paimon.
But how much information I share with you will depend on your performance. The construction of the Jade Chamber requires a great deal of space. The abandoned mine outside the Golden House has been selected as the building site. Once you have collected the materials, please take them there. I have other business to attend to now. Otherwise, I would gladly escort you to the site in person. When you do arrive, please seek out my secretary. Remember, this is a race against the clock. A rare opportunity presents itself to you. Do not let somebody else snatch it from your grasp.
Most of the English voice acting is not stellar.
Come on, we'd better get going!
Because they all do
Gotta
that.
Get out of Eugene Terrace. Huh? Look! It seems like there's something kind of fishy going on over there.
Ma'am, you seem like an eminent and distinguished young lady to me. I can see that you're easily gonna win this procurement contest Lady Ningguang has set up. As it happens, we have some information about the materials that I really think might interest you. Come on, let's find somewhere a little more
I agree.
private, and we can get down to brass tacks.
No, I don't need it.
Ah, don't be like that. Hey, come on, don't go!
Oh, her boobs were so big. Come back.
Don't just stand there! After her!
Oh, right, yeah.
But yeah, they all try to do the Japanese thing. They all sound like this. Like half the cast talk like this. It's terrible. And you can tell, like, even if they are girls, you can tell that they're doing that.
We had some useful information! Information's just what we need right now! follow them and see what we can find out.
Now, of course, you can choose Japanese voice acting as well. If you're a fake weeb and you still don't want to kill yourself when you hear Japanese voice acting.
Let's keep looking.
Oh yeah.
Well, will you look at that, ma'am? Nowhere left to run.
Hold on. Here. Japanese voice acting is awful.
What color is...
Why is it a short? Not what I watched. Is it? Anyway.
Hi, it's me, Paimon. Hey, that's even worse than being a mascot. Paimon is not emergency food. What?
And then I checked the comments, and it was just full of people arguing about her they them pronouns. So yeah, you're absolutely right. Hello CC, how's it going?
Don't worry, we're not bad guys. You give us some mora, we give you a little info. Everybody's a winner.
Boss, I got a bad feeling about this. Look at her, the white hair, the energy she gives off. I'm telling you, there's something different about her.
So what? She's loaded. How are we ever going to repay those gambling debts if we just let money walk away from us, huh?
I just noticed these guys have Bloom. Why does he have Bloom around his
I've
shoulders?
already told you. I don't need your information.
Yeah, she has big boobs.
If you still can't grasp that, I'm happy to repeat it in a way that won't be so easy to forget.
Come on, ma'am. You seem like an intelligent lady. I shouldn't have to spell this out to you. It's not about whether you need the info or not, okay? It's about you taking out your money and handing it over and nobody getting hurt.
I won't...
No more excuses! I know you have money. I saw you. Yeah, I saw you. Strolling into Leo Lee Pavilion, ordering a table full of food, and only taking a few bites. Then Shinyu at kiosk, then Wanmin restaurant. Same story each time. You order all the signature dishes, take a few bites, then you're on your way again. How could you afford to be so wasteful if you weren't from a rich family? And
True.
since you're so rich, what's the loss to you in giving us a little spare change, huh?
Master warned me not to lay a hand on anyone in Liyue Harbor. But here we are. Perhaps... yes. Let's call it fate.
Boss, I'm telling you, something's not right.
What are you afraid of? We're just selling information. It's not illegal. If she lays a finger on us, all the better. We'll sue her for everything she's worth.
There they are.
Oh, you again.
We just call the police.
Millilith? What are the Millilith doing here? Did you do this? You ought to mind your own business. I swear!
Silence! How dare you threaten innocent civilians? You're coming with us.
No, don't be angry, sir. Please, let me explain.
Shenhe.
Shenhe?
My name.
Oh, so your name's Shenhe. Paimon's name is... well, Paimon. And this is Paimon's travel buddy.
Oh, I've heard about you two before.
Who doesn't have a name?
Thank you for helping to defuse the situation. I could have dealt with it myself, though. I suspect smashing his head against the ground a handful of times is all it would have taken to get him to surrender.
You can't do that. That's way too violent. This is Lila Harbor. There are laws against that kind of stuff, you know.
Laws?
I don't care about laws.
No, apparently not.
Really? So how exactly have you...
What was that noise?
That would be my stomach growling. I haven't eaten enough.
She's so honest. Wait, that's right. They said you went around all the restaurants ordering this and that and the other, but only took a small bite of each dish. Then of course you're still hungry. So, anything in particular you're hungry for?
Chingson, glaze lily, violet grass. These are my usuals.
Those are all medicinal herbs.
Medicinal herbs?
Kinda hard to explain. Anyway, Boo Boo Pharmacy's not far away. Let's take Shenhe there for a big medicinal meal.
Look, I'm just a manlet, okay?
After all, you can't work on an empty stomach. Do you think Shenhe might be an adeptus? It seems like it's her first time in Liyue Harbor, and she doesn't seem to get how things work here. If she is an adeptus, that would explain everything. Where does she fit in with the other adepti, though? Paimon's super curious.
Are you done? I think she's done.
Are you here to buy some herbs? I do hope you brought your prescription.
Chingson, glaze lily, and violet grass, please. Half a pound of each.
What kind of prescription is this? Sounds more like a lunch order. Oh, here you go. That's everything we have in stock.
Thank you.
She's really eating them.
Delicious.
My hunger has now abated. Thank you.
How did they taste?
Rather awful. Though they were not completely devoid of sweet fragrance. After consuming a large quantity of them, bitterness is all that remains.
That's what being a vegan is like. Bitterness is all that remains.
So, how come you chow down on these and barely touch the restaurant food? If Paimon had enough Mora, Paimon would go to the fanciest restaurant in town and order a whole table of food and eat it all in one go.
Because I'm not sure whether I will remain here in the future. The food of the mortal realm is most delicious, but should I return to the mountains, yearning for the food here shall only pose an obstacle to my continued spiritual development.
Beidou VA hot? Alright. All I know is that Chunk voice acts someone in this game.
Sampling each dish in order to appreciate its taste is enough.
Return to the mountains. That proves it. Paimon knew she was an adeptus.
Enough about me. What are your plans from here?
Oh, right! Paimon almost forgot! We came out to take part in the Rebuild the Jade Chamber competition! And now we're probably super behind because we've been held up for so long.
I see. I heard something about the contest when I was passing by.
It does, but you can turn the dialogue off completely and just read.
Yep! You get to ask
Or
Ningguang any question you want if you win!
change it to Chinese.
Were you interested in the contest too, Shenhe?
I came for the rebuilding of the Jade Chamber, but until this point I had no intention of joining a contest. However, you have shown me your kindness, and I would now like to lend you my assistance. Oh, don't worry. I ask for nothing in return.
Paimon is pretty decent in Chinese, to be honest.
Wow. You really don't have to. But having an adeptus help out will make things a whole lot easier, so...
Sure, let's join
Then let's not
forces.
delay. I have a plan.
Great! Paimon bets this is gonna be the awesomest plan ever!
I am not sure whether or to what extent this plan can be classified as awesome. I do, however, believe it will be highly effective. We simply need to dispose of everyone who is currently ahead of us. Then, we alone shall become the victors.
Veto! That is not acceptable! Not by a long shot!
Really? But I hear that competition is in essence about conflict and one-upmanship.
Look, we want to win this competition fair and square, okay? Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils. Let's start at the top of the list and work down. So, for Plostrite...
I was wondering who I could hear arguing over there.
Oh, not this guy.
So, it's you.
Baiju? What are you doing out here?
Baizu?
Lady Ningguang wishes to purchase a large batch of wound dressing. We're running low at the store, so I came out to fetch the ingredients personally.
Huh? How come Lady Ningguang needs so much wound dressing all of a sudden?
I'm not too sure. I did hear she's looking to rebuild the Jade Chamber. Maybe for its first aid on site? I didn't ask, though. Far be it from me to pry into my customers' personal affairs. Oh, and she also borrowed Chi-Chi. Meaning Boo Boo Pharmacy is very short-handed right now. I don't suppose any of you are looking for
Spice.
part-time work by any chance?
Spice is poop in Swedish.
No, we've got other stuff to do. While you're here though, you seem to know a lot. Have you ever heard of something called Sunset Vermilionite?
Ah, the variety of plostrite used in the Jade Chamber, yes? There is some mention of it in the Seven Mountain Treatises. When activated, Sunset Vermilionite rises up all the way into the clouds. It's very rare indeed. As far as the records show, virtually all Sunset Vermilionite in existence has been mined and taken possession of. But the Feiyun Commerce Guild would know far more about this than I do.
Okay then, let's go ask at the Feiyun Commerce Guild. Thanks, Baiju.
You're quite welcome. Good luck to you all. And if there's anything further you need from me, just come to the Boo Boo Pharmacy.
I still come up left of center on all tests. That's because you're a communist. I always come up super hardcore right wing. Let's switch it to Chinese. And then we continue. I mean, it is the Chinese game, so you do have to play it in Chinese, right?
少爷，您终于回来了。
嗯，何事惊慌？
最近商会里多了些五花八门的订单，搞得我们手忙脚乱。老爷特意吩咐，若是看到少爷，务必要请您留下来帮忙。
原来如此。
No, it
你
doesn't.
先安排人手将订单分类，稍后我亲自处理。
太好了，有少爷在，我就放心了。
星秋，原来你在这里呀！
It's perfectly in Three Kingdoms.
我们想向你打听点消息。
旅行者派蒙，请稍等片刻。阿旭，我有客人，你先去忙吧。商会的事之后我再找你细聊。
明白了，少爷，几位贵客，你们慢聊，我先告辞了。
I do think the Chinese voice acting is the best voice acting.
没想到你们今天会过来，怎么了？有事要我帮忙吗？
Mainly because they're not overacting all the time. But Chinese is not an aesthetic language, so it just doesn't feel nice.
星秋，你听说过明霞浮生石吗？
哦，我懂了，你们也参加了宁光举办的比赛吧？
也？难道说？
不瞒你们说，飞云商会如今确实有一块明霞浮生石，但也只有一块。 是别人寄放在我们这里拍卖的。在你们来之前，已经有不少人问过价。
When does the game start? This is the game.
俗话说物以稀为贵，我估计最后的成交价可能会超过5亿魔拉。
Also, I'm not reading because you all understand Chinese.
其实我也不建议你们拍下这块浮生石，溢价严重，并不值当。
可是没有名下浮生石的话，
别急，不知几位可曾听过明海七侠真君？
那是谁呀
？Never heard of them.
明海七侠真君曾经和离水叠山真君关系很好，不过我印象里他应该已经仙逝了。没错没错，没想到除了我以外，还有人对他有所了解。闲云录中记载，明海七侠真君曾亲手修建一方洞天，存放各类奇珍异宝，其中就有你们要找的明霞浮生石。明海七侠真君仙逝后，洞天也随之荒废，淹没于历史的尘埃。幸好我近日收集了一批野史孤本，从中读到过有关这处洞天的蛛丝马迹，几番比对，基本可以确定。
No, I didn't see that.
沙礁附近。
Games did not used to have gameplay. That is a lie. Games had even less gameplay before.
太好啦！不过我们真的可以去拿吗？会不会有点，不近现实
Nuke the Swedes? I mean, how is that something you get banned for?
无妨。据我了解，明海七侠真君生性豁达，即便他活着，也不会计较这些小事。生性豁达，相当新奇的观点。敢问是出自哪本典籍？山野间的传闻而已。走吧。总觉得这位姑娘跟在下的一位朋友有些相似。啊，对，还有一事，仙人洞天构造精妙，通常会自带防卫机制。如今它荒废许久，或许还会诞生出妖邪魔物，你们一定要多加小心。
Advocate destroying the lush Swedish landscape. The Swedish landscape is dead anyway. There are no insects other than mosquitoes. All the bumblebees are dead. All the butterflies are gone. There are no animals. Like, who gives a shit? Just get rid of it.
我们一定会小心的。谢谢你啦，星秋。
Yeah, there's water. That's nice. Moving to Sweden? Why? Do you hate bumblebees? No, I said except mosquitoes. Have all those things? No, you don't. You're just 12 and you think that the current amount of bumblebees and stuff that you have is normal. But it should be like 10 times more. Alright, let's try Japanese. Have a West Nile there? Is that a disease? Our mosquitoes do not carry any disease whatsoever. Our ticks do, but that's very common for ticks.
どれどれ。ゆくあきが言ってた場所はこの辺りだと思うんだけど。
ここ一帯に痕跡を消すための仙人の砲術が張られていたようだ。
お、さすが神格。よし、もう一回探してみよう。見ろ、さっきまでいなかったのに、あそこに洗礼がいるぞ。
Martin should like this Paimon. She sounds like every single anime that he watches. He only watches little girl animes. Where are you going, little Sealy? Yu-Gi-Oh is a little girl anime.
ここで洗礼が姿を消した
Aibo!
力になれるように
Gameplay?
おお、オイラたちさっきまで滝にいたよな。どうして急にこんなところに出たんだ？
First anime was Sailor Moon. I don't think technically my first anime was Sailor Moon, but it was definitely close. Because I think there were other things on TV that were anime. Like, I remember there was some random football anime on TV in like Spanish that I watched a little bit. I still remember the episode. It was like they were all showing off, and like one of the goalie, he was like giving lip to the main character, and then he kicked the ball up into the whatever you call it, the bar, and then it like bounced oh, in the goal like that without being a goal. That was so cool. Cookie's back at it. Go get him, dude.
おそらくここが仙人の同点だろう。我らが探している名家不条石もここにあるはずだ。本当か？あれってさっきの洗礼じゃないか？
You see, I really do like Japanese in general, because I think it's a very aesthetic language, and it has very good sentence construction for pretty much anything. Dialogue and jokes and songs, etc, etc. But all the Japanese voice actors, they all overplay everything, and they don't like play a character. They play like a typical anime stereotype that exists in every anime. So it's always like, it's never, oh, he's playing like this character. No, he's playing the nerd with glasses, for example. Like, that's how it works.
しかもよく見るとここの岩や木なんだか不自然じゃないか？これは本物の雲ではなく空間を隔てる法術だ。下に降りるにはまずこの法術を維持している装置を破壊せねばならぬ。よし、じゃあ早速それを破壊しよう。この地に魔物の気配を感じる。どこに身を潜めているかわからぬが気をつけた方が良い。
Unfortunately, I don't think I can actually switch it here. I can't access the settings. We have to finish the dungeon. Oh, I get to play Shenhe here. That's a spear. Yes. Okay, I don't know how she works. She does something. Am I dying now? No. Yeah, exactly. Bring out my claymore boy. Otherwise breaking rocks is too difficult. Also, the characters have completely different personalities between the languages. It's kind of interesting. They did not attempt to match the voice actors to each other whatsoever. They are completely different characters. Oh right, there's a girl who plays Tainari in Japanese. He's a little bit too feminine. Come on, kill him. Aww.
尻尾の毛がぐちゃぐちゃだよ。
Oh, there's a wind. Whee! Checking for chests. Sometimes there are hidden chests. That is a large reason why I play it in English, no matter what the quality of the voice acting is. Being able to actually hear what the fuck they're saying when they just have like random dialogue in the middle of combat. We've got a burst. How did she do so much damage compared to me? Holy shit, my characters are still so dog shit. Oh, I have to hit this? Holy shit. Trying to be so much more manlier than the English one. No! Mechanism is broken and the fog clears with it. Oh, wrong character. It's just super tanky. Oh! Oh no, I hate these guys. But we'll be fine because my character here is super OP. Oh no, why is he ice? Why is he iced? Not supposed to be iced. Up, up, up. No. Fuck. God damn it, what the fuck? Right, now we're completely fucked because he's my only DPS character. And now we have to wait like 90 seconds to revive him. Why isn't he doing anything? It's really, really hard to get characters to do decent damage. I don't really understand, to be honest, how to do it properly. This thing doesn't take any damage. Hello. I wanna resurrect my character. Whoa! There. Get some heals. Oh, random chest. Looting chests is what this game is all about, though. Just run around the world and loot chests forever. Okay. In chest. Which one should we guess? This one? It does have a pretty nice elemental system, though. When you use an elemental on an enemy, they get kind of infused with that. They get like a... If you use Electro on them, they get an Electro aura. Which doesn't really do much, but then if you use another element on it, you get that reaction. Like on Electro, if you use Ice, you get Superconduct, which does a certain amount of ice damage or cryo damage. Oh. And it also makes them get like 40% reduced defense or something. And if you use fire on it, you do melt, and melt does more damage based on how much damage it did. Ah! He's insane! Etc, etc. And here with Dendro, if you use Dendro on someone with water on them, you get these little things that explode after a while. If you use Electro on those, they like fly away and home in on enemies and do a bunch of damage. If you use fire on them, they explode. There's a bunch of interactions. But you kind of have to build for it, otherwise it kind of sucks. I think you can decently play like a hybrid, so that you have both. You build both for those kind of elemental reactions and just have damage. Right now on this guy, Tainari, I'm building only elemental mastery, which increases reaction damage. Which means if I can't like apply fire or something, he just completely useless. But when I can apply fire, he's super OP. Instead, also because he can like confuse enemies, so they just stand there and hit the air. He's honest. I think he honestly is a very badly designed character because of that. Like, I really like playing him, but he gets ridiculously boring because the enemies just kind of stand there. Unless they're a boss, then they ignore it. When did the other Steely come here? So is the Jade Chamber. It needs to be big to get the whole Jade Chamber airborne.
それもそうだな。でもどうして浮いてないんだ？活性化されていない浮上の石が宙に浮くことはない。見た目は普通の石と異なるが、その重さはほぼ同じだ。浮上の石は活性化されることで、初めてその進化を発揮する。属性の束縛から解き放たれ、空へと浮かび上がるのだ。そうだったのか。神格は物知りなんだな。
Also, it's very interesting to see, because right now we are in China. We are in Lue, which is China. All the characters there have Chinese names. And then in Inazuma, all the characters have Japanese names. But if you play it in Chinese, they pronounce all the Japanese names with the Chinese pronunciations of the kanji. And the Japanese voice acting does the same thing for the Chinese names. So, like, they never say the correct names. Super strange. Because kanji are Chinese characters, so. It's just that the Japanese stole the kanji from the Chinese, and then they were like, should we pronounce them the way they do? Nah. And then they just like apply them to their words instead and their pronunciations, obviously. But it still makes it super strange. Some words are actually the same, more or less. Like the word for heart is shinzo in Japanese. And in Chinese, I think it's jingdo or something like that. You're gonna carry it with your muscly arms?
この不浄の石が貴重であることは重々承知している。
I think Japanese.
細
It
心
wasn't
の
done.
注意を払おう。
I think Japanese Paimon is by far the worst. Like, the English one is way trying too hard to do the squeaky voice, but the Japanese one, she sounds like she's like desperately trying to unlodge something that she has in her throat. Like she sounds like she is dying from asphyxiation.
我を？そうだぞ。神格がどんなにすごくても、もしこんな重いものの下敷きになったら怪我だってするだろう。重いものを運ぶときは身の安全に気をつける。これは常識だぞ。そうなのか。ありならば気をつけるとしよう。我は不浄の石を担いで先に行っている。
Alright, we found the Plaustrite for the Jane Chamber. Like, there was a lot of talking, but you didn't really miss anything. Nothing really happened except that we found the fucking Plaustrite. What is Gamer Charles saying?
Benny 冒険団出発！
A woman's bathrobe was cut to pieces. Sweet. That's fantastic. Alright. Time to switch back to English. We're not even gonna bother with the Korean. Korean is just super boring. Nobody cares about Korean. We have done the experiment. That is true. If Charles heard that, he would probably collapse. Have to go down and see if there are any treasure chests around. Man, was this here just now? I felt like I was there, but I don't remember this being here. Yeah, this is where I was messing around earlier. See, this is what the game is about normally when you're not doing shitty quests. You're just like walking around and you're like, wait, where's this? Oh, whoa, oh, oh, oh. And you find some secret place that gives you a chest, and the chest has nothing in it. But
Adventure time.
they actually have nothing. Like, what you get is you get these, you get Primo Gems that you use to pull for characters, gamble for characters. But you can get that in game by just opening chests and doing quests and stuff. And you also get upgrade materials for upgrading weapons. For example, like see, you put all these low-level trash weapons to other weapons to upgrade them. And then they level up. And the same thing is true for artifacts, which is like an artifact. You equip it and it does things. So it's not entirely useless to find treasure chests. Also, you get an achievement. That is very important. Wait, we're going the wrong way. Wait, is that what I think it is? I'm afraid to go closer. Let's see if we can scale this here. Don't get stuck, don't get stuck, don't get stuck. Good. Oh, it was just a lamp. Sometimes you find little CDs that have music you can put in your house. That's not what it was. Ah! Okay. No. Ooh, Will I be rewarded for my random exploration autism? Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. I have played Stalker yet. I've never finished it though. You're usually rewarded for your autism. Or like walking up on the highest point and stuff like that. That's why I did it. But it doesn't seem like they have a random chest here. Oh. Not nice. Oh, come on. I think they've intentionally placed less here. For some reason. Like a quest area or some shit. Like a city. The cities do have a bunch of things in them usually.
I can't believe my eyes.
How can she lift that massive rock all by herself? She's got to be one of those adepti, surely.
Oh, mighty Adeptus, please give me your blessing so that in the coming year I may reap a more bountiful salary.
This is top tier in size and quality, and the condition it's in is quite simply immaculate. Congratulations, this item is approved for submission. I'm going to award you full marks for the Sunset Vermilionite item. May I take your name?
My name isn't important. I'm not even here to compete. I was just delivering this for some other people. They should be here any minute now.
Shenhua, and Ningguang's little helper.
Ah, so you're the ones behind this. No wonder. The rarest talent turns in the rarest Plostrite specimen. But I have to correct you on one point. It's not helper, it's secretary.
Okay then, Miss Secretary, what do you think of the rock we found? Pretty amazing, right?
In truth, it is the finest piece of Plostrite we have received so far. If everything goes according to plan,
By when?
we will use this piece
Okay.
in the foundation of the Jade Chamber, which will enable us to proceed to the next stage of construction. As a side note, Lady Ningguang has rented some dwellings in the nearby area to serve as accommodations for the contestants. If you need a place to rest, you are welcome to stay there. Now, please excuse me. As you can see, there is still a lot of work to do on the building site.
Shenhua, Shenhua, just now on the way over, pretty much everyone was singing your praises.
Oh, really?
What kind of reaction is that? So strange. Aren't you happy about it? Whenever Paimon gets praised, Paimon can't help but hold her head up high and break into a big smug smile.
I've had similar compliments before. They call me an Adeptus, treat me with great deference and respect, as if I'm set apart from the common folk.
Yeah, 'cause that's how Adepti are. At least the ones we've met are pretty unique and reclusive, too. Way different than normal people.
But I am not.
Ugh.
Shenhe?
Are you alright?
Fine. I've been exerting myself quite a lot ever since we set foot in that abode. I'm just a little fatigued.
Well, Byron said that there are some makeshift hotels we can use, right? Let's go check in and take a rest.
No need. I simply need to find myself a secluded place in the wilderness to sit and meditate in silence.
You can't do that. It's dangerous out in the wild on your own. When you're hungry, you go eat something tasty. And when you're tired, you go lie down in a nice, comfy bed. Alright? Seriously, don't punish yourself like this.
I'm on this right.
Okay. If you insist.
Great! Now we're talking. Let's head to our hotel.
Adventure time.
Adventure time. Come on, bring your friends. Go to very distant lands.
Hi there. Checking in, are we? You're just in time. We only have 2 rooms left. Since this was chosen as the building site for the new Jade Chamber, we've had a constant stream of people in this area. And not just workers either. Visitors, business people, tea sellers, all sorts. So business is booming for me today. Very few vacancies. You're lucky you got here when you did.
Great!
One of your rooms is still being cleaned. I guess it should be ready within the hour. The other room is just through the door on the left. Here are your keys. All right. Hope you enjoy your stay. Please excuse me, I'll leave you to it.
Shenhe, you should go get some rest. We'll hang around outside until the other room's ready. Paimon's gonna go see if there's anything good to eat around here. Paimon couldn't help but notice one of the guests walk in with a huge grilled chicken drumstick before. Let's buy one for Shenhe too. She can have it as a midnight snack. Or save it for breakfast tomorrow.
All right. I will head to my room for now. If you need anything, don't hesitate to disturb me. I'm a light sleeper. I will hear if you knock on the door.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Hey! Isn't that Cloud Retainer? What's she doing here? Let's go and say hi.
Cloud Retainer is an asshole. What is Cloud Retainer doing here?
One trusts you have met Shenhe. So, are you getting along quite well?
So far, so good. Yeah. So, you know Shenhe too, Cloud Retainer?
Naturally. Save for Ganyu, who spends the majority of her time in Liyue Harbor. All the Adepti living today are acquainted with Shenhe to some degree.
Cool. So, what's her Adeptus name anyway? Calling her Shenhe feels kind of friendly, but also kind of disrespectful. So Paimon's thinking maybe it'd be better if we called her by her Adeptus name instead.
Her Adeptus name? Why, pray tell, would Shenhe have an Adeptus name?
Don't all Adepti have a special title they go by?
On this latter point, you are correct. However, Shenhe is human.
Oh, right. Wait, what?
I thought so.
What? You knew already? So is Paimon the only one who didn't know?
Do you mean to say that she presents differently from ordinary human beings?
Well, to start with, her problem-solving methods are extremely direct.
Paimon is a total retard.
Ah, yes. She was like this all those years ago when one first met her. In this respect, she has not changed. One first found Shenhe by chance in a cave. One was passing by and sensed the presence of a god's remains. Being of an ever-vigilant disposition, one entered immediately to inspect the scene. Inside was Shenhe, then aged around 6 years old. In her hand, she held a dagger with which she was confronting a monster that was the god's remains incarnate.
That sounds so dangerous.
When one arrived, she had already been locked in confrontation with this monster for several days. Most mortal children are fragile, both physically and mentally, and are highly reliant on their parents for survival. But not so her.
So cool.
That she was able to endure such terrible danger was due not only to her strong willpower, but also to the bloodlust and homicidal instinct with which she was born.
It's just Son Goku.
One dealt with the monster, yet she still refused to lower her guard. She even pointed her dagger in one's direction and remained ready to strike. Only after she was satisfied that one had no intention to cause her harm did she finally relent. She then passed out without uttering a single word.
In other words, if you hadn't passed by that day, Shenhe might have...
Not necessarily. Upon one's arrival, one could sense that the god's wrath was gradually receding. Even had the stalemate continued, one suspects that Shenhe may have still emerged the victor of the confrontation.
That's still so dangerous, though. Why was a tiny little kid battling against the wrath of a god in the first place?
Alas, the mortal world is rife with suffering of every kind, and she had experienced her fair share of this, even at a tender age. Seeing that she was homeless, one decided to adopt her.
So when Shenhe talks about her master, she means...
Indeed. It is one to whom she refers. Shenhe has an extraordinary constitution, making her well adapted to practicing the Adepti arts. All the Adepti cherished her talents, and so we were willing to train her. However, her homicidal urges did not subside with age. Rather, they grew stronger day by day. Mooncarver once performed a divination for her. He declared that her fate is to bear the curse of calamity. Consumed by malevolent energy, she is prone to bring harm to those around her. Such is the magnitude of the danger this poses, that her soul must be bound with red ropes to keep her homicidal instinct at bay. The red ropes have indeed served to keep her calmer and more content. They also seem to have rendered her somewhat inexpressive.
These are SSRIs.
Perhaps the red ropes are so powerful that they have suppressed some of her other emotions as well. It is only by fate that people's paths may cross. Now that Shenhe's path has crossed with yours, please be sure to treasure the gift that fate has given you, and take good care of her.
Oh, now Paimon gets it. You came out here to check up on Shenhe because you were worried about her, didn't you?
Huh. You dare draw such a facile conclusion on the nature of one's present excursion? Incorrect. The truth is that while Liyue Harbor may seem peaceful today, danger is always lurking in the shadows. Ningguang once made a bold assertion that this is to be the era of the contract between Liyue and the humans.
I have one little insect flying around in my
I'm
apartment.
curious to observe how she will respond to the coming storm. If she handles it admirably, one is willing to be a witness to her achievements. But if she does not, the Adepti shall not hesitate to seize control. Let us conclude our conversation here for today. One has occupied enough of your time. and night is approaching. Be sure to get ample rest.
So, Shenhua isn't an Adeptus after all. She just grew up around the Adepti. Oh, no wonder she doesn't like being treated as an Adeptus. Having everyone falling over themselves to show their respect all the time must be kind of hard to deal with.
There seem to have been a growing number of tales told regarding Shenhe in recent years. Perhaps she was seen on the previous occasion when she secretly ventured out from the mountains. One has heard that a playwright in Liyue Harbor wrote an opera based on the legends told about her. It is called The Divine Damsel of Devastation. The play portrays her as making a stand to protect her fellow villagers.
Yeah.
One can only surmise that every story needs a hero.
Her cadence is terrible. Wait until the following day. Okay. Just like The Witcher. Achievements. Use the Omni Ubiquity Net item to capture one wild animal. Oh, so that's how you fish. Scare the fish away when casting your rod. Sweet. Else, A Realm Beyond. Obtain 600 pieces of wood. Sweet. Earn 60 furnishing blueprints. Sweet. Oh. Catch your first fish. Catch your first ornamental fish. Catch a fish that only comes out at night for the first time. Oh.
Hey, so, Shenhua...
Master has relayed my situation to you, I take it.
Oh? How did you know?
I'd intended to wait until you came back before going to sleep, but I didn't hear you come in. I was worried that something may have happened to you. So I went outside to check and caught sight of my master. On top of this, you have been acting very strangely around me this morning, causing me to suspect that my master must have told you everything about me. After all, Master is... very talkative.
Sorry, Shenhua. Paimon had you down as an Adeptus this whole time, but it turns out Paimon was wrong.
It's okay. I don't mind. The fault is mine for not explaining everything to you sooner, because in my experience, trying to explain is a futile pursuit. Still, though you mistook me for an Adeptus, you never treated me as distant and unapproachable. Instead, you treated me as you would a friend. For this, I am very grateful indeed.
To be fair, we've met our fair share of real Adepti, too. Anyway, now it's settled. From now on, you're our friend. Whether you're an Adeptus or a human isn't the important thing. First and foremost, we're just plain old friends.
Got it. Although I don't know quite what it entails in terms of what I have to do, I must say I like the title Friend very much indeed.
Great! Well, now that we're all rested up, we should start searching for the other 2 items on the list. But before we do that, let's go to the building site and ask Ningguang's little helper how the progress is going.
None of the main characters are very plain.
After all, Sunset Vermilionite is so
For the playable characters.
Paimon doubts many competitors will really be able to find any. If it turns out some of them have given up already, we'll be able to take things a little more slowly. Oh, and another thing. We bought some grilled chicken drumsticks on the way back last night. There was a place just outside. Here's one for you, Shenhua. Try it! They're so good.
I concur. It has a rich flavor, far more agreeable than those I've cooked for myself in the wilderness in the past.
Okay. There are quite a lot, or there are a couple of characters that Martin will enjoy. Here's one. This one is really Martin's style. And of course, you have the Umpi. That's also a Martin character.
So heavy.
You also have Chi-Chi. You also have... Isn't there another one? Yeah, Diona. This is also a Martin character. But yeah. He's a samurai. I wanted this guy, but when I tried playing him, he was super lame. He like jumps up into the air all the time, and it's super annoying because you lose sight of everything. You don't know what's happening anymore. Remember one woman I saw fan art of years ago? Okay. I'm trying to get this guy. Because he has a sword that he turns into fire, and then you hit with the fire sword a bunch of times. But he's like impossible to get. So maybe one day. You think I can catch a dog?
Ow.
You can't capture the dogs? Just because they have an owner? What about this guy? Come on. That's bullshit. Alright, let's continue. How much resin do we have? 38. What should I even do with my current resin? I still think I should just be grinding material, like level up materials. Because I need a lot. Yeah, let's just do that. This is the fastest mode of travel as far as I know. This is how you speedrun. The Twitter artist drew her very healthily. Oh, Venti is a boy.
But it seems to be tied down by something.
That's because it's not finished.
Hey, Byron! And hey, Beto! And hey! Person Paimon doesn't know?
Given the enormous scale of the Jade Chamber, we split the construction work into 2 phases to make sure the structure remains balanced. Before we find some suitable plastrite, we build the Jade Chamber's keel at ground level.
Venti is one of the most annoying characters in the game. I think his voice actor is like Tails from some Sonic game. But it's really bad. Like, he's awful.
Once the plastrite is ready, we place it into the keel and let the partially constructed Jade Chamber rise up to the height of the surrounding mountain peaks. The remainder of the construction work is then carried out at that altitude. Once everything is ready, we release the iron tethers and allow the Jade Chamber to rise to its target altitude.
Miss Bywin, we've brought some new materials to submit.
One moment, I'll be right there. The construction work has only been able to progress this rapidly thanks to the plastrite provided by you. Lady Ningguang is most grateful and looks forward to seeing more of your work.
Wow, can't believe you sourced the plastrite so quickly. It's the key piece of the puzzle. Looks like you beat us to the punch.
Beto? You're joining the Jade Chamber contest too?
Sure am. I happened to get my hands on a chunk of sunset vermilionite on a voyage a while back, so I figured I'd bring it over.
Huh. So even though it's rare, we're not the only ones who managed to get a hold of it.
Oh, I've got some introductions to do. This is the renowned Miss Yoon, or Yoonjin, probably the most famous figure in the Liyue opera scene.
Greetings.
These two are Paimon and the Traveler, both good buddies of mine. And this is... sorry, not sure we've met.
Shenhe. I am their... friend.
Good to meet you. A friend of a friend is my friend too. Or, as I like to say, a mate of a crewmate is part of the crew. Miss Yoon is also here for the contest. Turns out she needed to borrow a boat, so we came together.
It's an honor to finally meet you both. I've heard much about you. Miss Shenhe, though we are only meeting for the first time, I have a feeling that we will get along very well indeed. To be honest with you all, I am in great need of this opportunity to ask Lady Ningguang a question. That's why I joined the contest. Thanks to my father's connections, I was able to acquire a specimen of the plaustrite required. Fortunately, it was approved for submission, despite being a little on the diminutive side.
Wow. So it looks like the three of us are competitors now.
Excuse me for prying, Miss Shenhe, but are
Oops.
you competing as well?
No, I don't have any questions for Ningguang. I just wanted to help him win.
In that case, I have a proposal to make. Lady Ningguang said that the first 3 contestants to procure all 3 materials will be awarded the chance to ask a question. Well, there are 3 teams here. We can split the prize between us.
Why would I want to ask her a question?
Instead of competing against each other, we could work together to secure the top 3 places between us. What do you think?
Sounds great, but how does it change things exactly?
Oh yeah. The entire plot for the main character is that you're looking for your twin. So, in the beginning, if you choose the female character, you're looking for this guy, and if you pick this guy, you're looking for your sister.
I think I see where you're going with this, Miss Yoon. The plaustrite was the most difficult item to source by a long shot. Luckily, all 3 of us managed to get our hands on it. The 2 remaining items aren't quite so rare, so as long as one of us finds a way to source it, the other 2 can hop on the bandwagon. How'd I do? Is that what you had in mind?
Precisely.
Huh. Interesting approach.
Okay then. All right, I'll go first. I have some leads on these wonder cores. From what I've heard, the core itself is really not that difficult to make. The hard part is getting hold of the ore used as raw materials. I'm gonna head back to the ship and ask Suling if he's heard of them. You guys...
We will head into town and seek advice from Master Zhang of Hanfeng's Ironmongers. Thoughts?
Sounds good. Let's
Wonderful.
go.
We'll split into teams then, and whoever makes progress first brings all of us a step closer to victory. I'm gonna take off. See you later.
Okay, let's go! By the way, what question are you gonna ask Ningguang Yunjin?
I'm looking for a venue to host the performance of our new opera. Lady Ningguang has excellent judgment, so I would like to hear her opinion.
Ooh, what's the opera called? Paimon wants to go see it.
The opera is a labor of love by my father. He wrote it based on a popular urban legend about an evil spirit and an adeptus. It's called The Divine Damsel of Devastation.
Alright, now that we're following her. Switch her in.
Let's get this show on.
Not a big fan of the most Geo characters.
Observe.
Just, what does she do? Press flourishes her polearm in a cloud-grasping stance, dealing geo damage. Hold takes up the opening flourish stance and charges up, forming a shield. Damage absorption is based on Junjin's max HP and has 150% effectiveness against all elemental damage and physical damage. The shield lasts until she finishes unleashing her elemental skill. When the skill is released, when its duration ends or when shield breaks, Yunjin will unleash the charged energy as an attack, dealing geo damage. Based on the time spent charging, it will either unleash an attack at charge level 1 or level 2. Okay, so you get a temporary shield. Burst steals AoE geo damage and grants all nearby party members a flying cloud flag formation. Flying cloud... Oh my god, too much text. Flying cloud flag formation. When normal attack damage is dealt to opponents, bonus damage will be dealt based on Yunjin's current defense. The effects of this skill will be cleared after a set duration or after being triggered a specific number of times. When one normal attack hits multiple opponents, the effect is triggered multiple times according to the number of opponents hit. The number of times that the effect is triggered is counted independently for each member of the party with Flying Cloud Flag formation. Okay. So you get 30 normal hits that do more damage. I don't really do that much normal hits. Okay, so that's her entire role. She just boosts normal hits. I think she is usually placed pretty low in the tiers. There's also the fact that geo damage... The only reaction geo has is that it can... Like if something has... if something has Electro on them, for example, and you use a geo skill, that'll trigger a crystallize reaction. And what that does is it removes the Electro, and it plops a little crystal on the ground, and if you pick it up, you get a shield. That is... it works against everything, but it has like extra protection against that element. Which is simply pretty boring. But you can usually also get like damage boosts from having the shields on, so you can use geo characters as boosters too. But it's the fact that you have to pick the crystals up that I don't really like. But it's the reason it's like that is so that you're supposed to be able to use it in a party with other people.
Ah, hello. Are you here for something off the shelf? Or do you need something forged?
Oh, I just remembered something. Yeah, that's a very, very stacked venti.
Excuse me, Master Zhang. We were wondering if you'd heard of something called a Wonder Core.
Of course I have. Sorry, who's asking?
My name is Yunjin. Perhaps you don't know me, but I believe that you forged some weaponry for my father in the past for stage use.
Yunjin? Stage use? Oh, so you must be Miss Yoon. Sorry, my brain's finally caught up. It's not used to doing much beyond bashing a hammer all day. Everyone's heard of you, Miss Yoon. Even folks who don't make it to the opera all that often. Like myself. So, you're here to ask about Wonder Cores, huh? As it happens, I do know how to make them. Matter of fact, I made some for Lady Ningguang back when she was building the original Jade Chamber. The types of ore needed to make Wonder Cores are a little hard to come by. Lady Ningguang supplied them herself last time. I don't suppose you've brought any yourselves?
No, we were gonna ask you what kinds of ore we need.
Sure. Well, you'll need two kinds. Star Splinter Iron and Subrosium. If I remember correctly, Lady Ningguang sourced her Star Splinter Iron from the Mount Tianheng area. They say it resonates with visions.
Never heard of it.
It could take some work, but if you stick with it, you'll find some eventually. As for the Subrosium, though, that's trickier. It's all but unheard of on the market. I'm really not sure. Sorry. What I've heard is that the people around Mount Tianheng have some sort of magic trick that can pinpoint the location of the stuff. Of course, it's probably just hearsay. If you want my advice, start by looking for Star Splinter iron around Mount Tianheng. And if you run into any locals, ask them a few questions about Subrosium.
Mount Tianheng.
Interestingly enough, the story of the divine damsel of devastation also takes place on that mountain.
Whoa!
I hear the view there is quite spectacular. A favorite destination of the Adepti, in fact. Perhaps it can give me some inspiration. Let's not delay. We should head straight there.
But she is level 1, so I can't use her. Or level 20 even. Back to Sucrose.
We'll succeed.
Sucrose is an Anemo character. And Anemo just means wind. And wind's effect is that if you use a wind ability on another element, it kind of absorbs that element and just amplifies the wind. I think the base is like if you use
Absorption test.
if something is affected by water, for example, and you use wind on them, then they take 50% extra damage as water damage. But you can also stack Elemental Mastery, which I have done. So now my swirl does 339% more damage. So basically what I use her for is Bennett here applies fire. He has his little fire slash here, which has almost no AoE at all. So I just use Bennett if I'm just gonna apply fire to one enemy. He can do this too, but it takes too long. And also it's annoying because he gets knocked back. But I do the fire slash. And then I switch to Sucrose and do the thing. It both sucks in all the enemies into that little AoE. But it also applies the fire to everything. And then I switch to Tighnari, and I throw my little poop grenade, fart grenade, which does Dendro damage. And Dendro, when applied to fire, causes burning, which is a damage over time effect. And then his arrows also do Dendro, and the burning reapplies fire or pyro to the enemies, so as long as I keep shooting them, I can just keep up the burning dot forever. And that's the whole idea behind my build. Razor is there, just because he has a really nice big AoE. Not all enemies are burnable, so that's when I bring out Razor and do lightning damage instead. And when that happens, you just do that and apply Electro to everyone. And then you switch to Tighnari, you throw your fart grenade, and then you shoot. And when you shoot things affected by Electro, they become quickened. And then when you hit quickened enemies with Dendro, they take extra Dendro damage. And that's just how it works. Or, if something is vulnerable to Electro, I can throw my fart grenade with him, then switch to Razor. Because when Electro damages Dendro, they also become quickened. But if you keep attacking them with Electro, then they, instead of taking more Dendro damage, they take Electro damage. Until it wears off. That's how that works. Very interesting. Now we need to go over here. I also have a bit of an interaction between Bennett and Razor as well. Because if you hit an enemy that has Pyro on them with Electro, then they explode in a large AoE of fire damage. The problem there is that it knocks all the enemies away. So it can be hard to kill them quickly, but it does a lot of damage. It works really well against big enemies, if you can repeatedly do overload. But the problem there is that it uses up both of the auras, so you have to just reapply it again.
Even better than I imagined. It's my lucky day.
Challenge? Well, that sucks. Not sure I can kill this many assholes. That short of a time. Oh, don't disappear.
Swirl, Mark 2. Animal test 6308.
Can't see.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Take cover. Off we go.
We did it.
Even better than I imagined. It's my lucky day.
The main reason I have Bennett is because his burst, which is the ability you spend when you use your skill, you build a little bit of energy,
One with the forest.
and his burst puts down a little AoE on the ground, and if you stand in it, you heal. And once you reach 70% health, you stop healing, and then you get a damage bonus instead. It's for that damage bonus. Mainly I use him. See, Geoculus. Give me that thing. The hell do we get over there? Just climb a little bit. Point. Hello, Reguline. I read your message, but I forgot to say hello. The game's going alright. We've been doing quests, and they talk a lot. Oh, there.
Another test site.
Let's
Okay.
light it up.
I was waiting for the guy with the shovel. He doesn't seem to want to join in. Yeah.
Can't see. Keep up.
Enhanced animal module 75.
Really strange, though. I don't really understand how her ult works. Because it's supposed to get fire infusion, but it's like it doesn't do it unless there's enough fire or something.
I think we can forgo the lost and found report.
I think I've been here. Or, I mean, I have been, because I have the portal here, but I don't think I've really done any exploration. Not much, at least. It's a squirrel. I don't really know how these guys work. You hit them and then they give you a little bit of money, but it's like 500 mora, and I have 3 million. It's not really interesting. Chest. Oh! Razor is really good against enemies that have constant water auras.
Empty chest. Good for storage.
Because when they take lightning damage, They become overcharged, or electrocharged, it's called. And they just take lightning damage over time for a little while.
I came to Mount Tianeng once with my father as a child. I remember it being such a long climb that I could barely feel my legs by the time we reached the top.
What the fuck is happening here? John is just quoting random Guild Wars wiki excerpts at me for no reason, out of the blue.
This is quite a trip down memory lane for me. Look at these majestic towering peaks and the gently flowing streams. It's like setting foot in paradise. No wonder the legend of the divine damsel of devastation is said to have taken place here. Adepti wander oft where mortals seldom stride. Indeed, this looks like a place that one might expect to be frequented by Adepti.
The lava thing? What?
The Divine Damsel of Devastation is your upcoming opera, right? And the story takes place in Mount Tianheng. Huh. Seems like you have a real connection with this place. What's the story about, though?
It's the story of a girl becoming a hero.
Cool. A hero story? They're Paimon's favorite.
The legend first arose in this area. It is said that there used to be a prosperous village on the mountain.
No.
In that village, there was a loving couple who were completely devoted to one another. One day, a terrifying monster appeared.
You don't have gear other than your weapon, and you can equip 5 artifacts that give you certain stats, that's it. And it doesn't affect the way you look. And there are no characters with... I would barely say there are any characters that have armor.
The wife was out collecting herbs and was captured by the monster. Her husband was so distraught at the news that it broke his spirit and drove him to madness. The vile and vicious monster told the villagers, "If you want to live, you must sacrifice a child to me."
What a nasty piece of work! Paimon sure hopes this monster gets put in its place!
But the monster was so terrible and so strong that all within the village were terrified of it. They had no choice but to give in to the monster's demand. Just while they were discussing whose child would be given over to the monster, a little girl suddenly stood up and came forward.
No! Don't do it, little girl!
Especially if you had layered chainmail pauldrons with some leather. That would be the
Unbeknownst
best.
to anybody else, she was concealing an exorcist's blade. She approached the monster's lair, feigning fear and trepidation. When she finally arrived, she courageously drew her sword and entered into a fierce struggle with the monster, from which she eventually emerged as the victor. Her extraordinary abilities drew the attention of the Adepti, and they took her as one of their own. Her story became the stuff of legends. But alas, the paths of mortals and Adepti seldom cross, and she would never again re-enter the mortal world. And so, destined to grace the mortal realm for but a brief moment, she vanished like a wisp of smoke into thin air. That's how the opera ends.
I really like this story, but I personally think that perhaps the little girl was not as brave as the opera makes her out to be. I'm not sure she deserves all the praise she is given.
I've never considered that before. Opera is always an interpretation of the events it purports to portray. A certain degree of deviation from the truth is always inevitable. When my father wrote the script for this play, I suppose his intention was to inspire his audience with the character of the divine damsel.
Yeah. See, that's my problem with the writing in this game. It's so base. It's not based. It is super base. It's the most basic anime stuff. Like I feel like I have seen everything 100 times.
I think it's a great story. The ideal story.
Well, it sure inspired Paimon! Let's go get ourselves some Star Splinter Iron! Yeah!
But the quality varies quite a lot between certain storylines. Like some aren't, some are almost okay, and some are just like you want to shoot yourself in the head. Oh yeah, here's Venti. This is the character that you have a boner for. There he is. I'm sad that he doesn't say anything. I want to say something. I'm very sad because you can't hear their voice acting here.
I keep watch. You leave, you call me.
Oh, that's what we were looking for. Nah. He's just annoying. There's another one.
This should be enough Star Splinter Iron. Now we just need to find that Symposium. I think I saw a village on our way here. Master Zhong said we should ask the locals for help. Why don't we try there?
Sure, let's do that. But first, I wanna go here. Then I want to... No, it's not on here. I have to go here. Then you go down here. You convert that into a Midlander bow billet. Yeah, that boss I fought earlier, I don't know if you saw that. The Storm Terror dragon. That is his dragon. Venti is the god of Mondstadt, which is Germany. It's over here. This town is Mondstadt. And Venti is the god of wind, or the Archon of wind. Storm Terror is called Dvalin, and he is one of the four winds, so to speak, apparently, he also has a dog. He has a wolf. And now we make a King's Squire bow. Which costs us a fortune. Then we go to him, weapons, King's Squire. Refine. Right now it gives us 60 elemental mastery and it does 100% damage when it ends. Then we put another one in. And then it gives us 80 elemental mastery. Now we just need to do that 3 more times. And it is refined up to rank 5. The problem is that they just released Sumeru, which is the jungle area over here. And in that area, they gave you 5 new weapons that you can craft. And to get the item that you need to craft weapons, you need to kill the bosses. But the boss isn't released here. So you have the weapons, but you can't actually make the weapons because you can't get the material normally. So it's super weird. You have to like convert it into so we have to wait until they patch in the last chapter in that area. If I can actually upgrade the weapon properly. Anyway. Continue this cringe storyline. In here. Something in here? I don't think so.
Can't see. Keep up.
Oh, stop shooting me!
I hear everything. Enshroud. Yeah.
Just a big rock. Oh, old man.
Hey, there really is someone here. Yunjin, looks like you were right. Excuse us, sir. Can we ask you something?
Oh.
Huh. He didn't seem to catch that.
Hello, sir. We were just passing by and wanted to ask if you happen to know anything about
Good luck.
Symposium.
Is he trying to tell us to look for clues in the village? Well, whatever. Guess we're on our own here. Shenhua, Yunjin, let's have a look around.
Sorry, you can go ahead without me. I'd like to have a word with this gentleman. If that's okay with you, Uncle Mingjin.
It's...
Shenhe.
What's a Genshin? No clue.
Shenhe. You're alive. The rumors were true. So, all these years? I'm sorry, I don't know how to find Symposium. But I think you can find some information in the village. This place is deserted now. No one ever comes here. So you can rummage around all you want.
Huh? You know this guy, Shenhua?
Thank you, kind sir. We'll go and take a look around. Don't worry. Mingjun has no ill intention towards Miss Shenhe. She'll be quite safe.
Okay, then let's see what we can find in this village.
I don't know what's impacting either. Except for people's wallets. Like, the amount of money people spend is insane. Because the rates are so retarded. Like, it's so bad. Like, if you want to wish 10 times, that's 1,600 Primo Gems. And if you want to convert Genesis Crystals into Primo Gems, you get 1 Primo Gem per Genesis Crystal. So basically, one roll, or one pulling 10 times, is $30 US, more or less. And you need to pull an average of 90 times to get a character. So it's like, the rates aren't even remotely enticing. There's no point in buying the crystals at all for anyone. Unless you like really want an outfit, then you can buy crystals, I guess. But they have like 3 outfits in the game, so it's like weird. Records of a Chang.
An abandoned village, Mount Tianheng.
Records of a Changying village. A branch family of exorcists used to live in the east of the village, but in around 2 weeks the mother died of disease. The young daughter went missing, and shortly after the father hanged himself on a tree in the yard of his own house. It has been confirmed that traces of an evil god's remains were found in the village. The villagers are panicking as no one is certain whether the evil god's remains are gone for good. Do be careful when you are in this area.
Does this mean that the true story of the divine damsel of devastation happened right here, in this village? The time frame certainly matches, so it seems we're in the right area. Let's keep looking around. Huh. What's this?
Oh my god. The doctor said you were gravely ill. Don't worry, I will give you everything I have to save you. My heart bleeds whenever I see you getting wearier, your illness beyond treatment. How I wish I could suffer the pain for you. You said you had no regrets in this life and that you only wish for me to take good care of Shenhe. But if you regret nothing, why the tears? I don't know what I've been doing lately. Though I still breathe, I feel like an empty shell. I have read all the ancient texts I could get my hands on, looking for ways to save you, but it is utterly futile. I finally found it. It was Mingyun. She had kept the book that could save you hidden. I took it and followed its instruction to summon a god and offer a sacrifice. The god appeared. I told him that I was willing to exchange my life for yours. He kept silent and only pointed at our daughter, Shenhe. The god said her fate was to bear the curse of calamity, and that she was prone to bring harm to those close to her. The god also said that she might even have been the cause of your death. In that case, I thought I should... I left her in the cave that the god mentioned. 3 days have passed, and still no news. I grow restless from waiting, seized by an ominous feeling. I am sorry, my love. Forgive me. You too, Shenhe. Please, forgive me. How stupid I was. How blind. Let me apologize to both of you, in person. Maybe this is the true story of the divine damsel of devastation.
So, Shenhe is the divine damsel? Now that I think about it, She does behave rather like an Adeptus, and she is about the right age, so that's why I've been getting the strangest feeling whenever I chat with her. I should have noticed it earlier. According to this text, the divine damsel from the opera was actually the daughter of the loving couple. And she didn't volunteer. She was sacrificed to the monster by her own father. Oh. The truth is even more lamentable than the opera. Now I understand why Shenhe said the girl was not as brave as people think. It wasn't her choice to enter that ghastly situation. She was forced into it. Oh. It looks like my father may need to make a few revisions to his beloved opera.
We've looked everywhere, but still no mention of Sabrosium. Let's have a look over there.
Over there? Where the fuck is over there? 16 meters. Is it up here? Okay, there's another house.
This is it!
Magic engraved on the brochure does not wear off easily. Some believe the stone to be a bridge between the living and the dead. However, finding Sabrosium is no easy matter. You need to be at the right place at the right time. Legend has it that you may find Sabrosium if you stand in the middle of the lake south of Mount Chianghan at dusk and look in the direction of the setting sun.
So basically, we need to go to the middle of the lake south of Mount Tianheng at dusk, and we'll find us some Sabrosium.
Makes no sense.
Let's go back and tell Shenhe the news.
Did she kill him yet? Not yet.
One year when I was back visiting, I heard a story about a white-haired Adeptus from a merchant passing by. I never imagined it was you. I was a very close friend of your father's. I could have stopped him from performing the summoning ritual. I had plenty of chances, but I couldn't bring myself to stand up to him. I just let things happen, let it all escalate. Well, we all know how that story ended. I bring flowers back here every year. And each time I wish I had a chance to apologize to you.
Apologize for what? If you'd stopped him, he'd only have found another way. There is nothing he wouldn't have done for his true love. Nothing.
Do you still hate him?
I don't know what I feel. I'm told my fate is to bear the curse of calamity, so my master bound my soul with red ropes to curb my aggression. But it also dampened my emotions, making me dispassionate, like the Adepti. So if you ask me how I feel about the past, if I hate my father or not, the truth is, I feel nothing at all.
It must have been so tough for you all these years.
Shenhe, we're back!
Oh, then I will leave you all in peace. Shenhe, it brings me some solace knowing that you are okay. I'll tell you more about the old times next time we meet.
Thanks, mister. We found some info in the end.
Why was he even standing there pointing like that? Like he's completely coherent. Why was he mumbling and moaning?
Shenhe, look. This tells us how to find Sabrosium. All we gotta do is go to the middle of that lake.
Let's go then.
Miss Shenhe, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. Just now, in the village, we found your father's diary. It turns out that many of the details in the Divine Damsel of Devastation are not true to the facts. So I'd like to change them.
Why?
I know I say that opera always deviates from the truth, but now that the main character is standing right here in front of me, I cannot simply dismiss your lived experience in favor of my father's fiction.
It's okay. I like your version.
But,
My master once said that the day I learn how to use my strength for the good of others is the day that I can truly become part of human society. So, I hope that one day I might be brave enough to stand up and protect others, just like the girl in the opera. But I've never thought this way before, and I wonder whether I will continue to think in this way.
Don't worry. I believe you will. In fact, I think maybe you've already started to become the person you aspire to be. You just haven't had the opportunity to see it for yourself yet.
Shenhua! Yunjin! Cut the chit-chat! Let's go! We can't let someone else beat us to it!
Okay. Which one is dusk? Is that morning? From dawn to dusk. Yeah, dusk is morning, right? Dawn to dusk is it means like it takes place in the night, right? Wait until the evening. Dusk. Okay, dusk is the evening. Never mind. Did it say like 7:30? 17:30? Wait, what?
The value of knowledge cannot simply be quantified in monetary terms.
Eric saying an average episode of Monday Night Raw outdraws Lord of the Rings in viewer count. Okay. Oh, it's that guy. Xiao? Xiao.
What brings you here? Have they found a solution to the danger in the sea?
A danger in the sea?
Ningguang didn't tell you. Something has happened in Guyan Stone Forest. According to the contract, as an Adeptus, I should not get involved for now. But these things can be unpredictable. I have a contingency plan of my own.
Xiao, what do you...
Only a single mountain lies between here and Liyue Harbor. If things get out of control, I will defend this place myself.
I have to go and grab this guy while I see him, otherwise I'm never gonna see him again. Oh, don't go that way. No! No, the court is right there!
I think we can forgo the lost and found report.
There it is.
That's everything we need! Let's head back and report in! Hyman's curious if they...
Whenever she starts talking, I accidentally skip it. But I'm very glad that I do.
Keep up.
Did we turn everything in here? Secret chest there. No secret chest here.
Oh, goodness.
So, are they okay?
This is some top quality ore you found. I think I'll get a good end product out of these. Guess now it's my time to shine.
Hey everyone, how's the A-team doing? I ran into a bit of a brick wall on my end. Suling's never seen a Wonder Core before, and says it'd take a lot of research for him to get up to speed.
Leave the Wonder Cores to me. I'll work on them while you go about your business. Don't worry. It won't take me too long.
Much obliged, Master Zhang. We should look into the Adepti sigils next, but where should we find items relating to the Adepti?
I'll sort that out.
Oh? You got this then?
Yes. I have been training with the Adepti for years. I know a thing or two about making sigils. When we first met, I told you I came for the Jade Chamber, not the contest. In fact, I came specifically to deliver Adepti sigils. Master heard that Ningguang was planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber, so she sent me to deliver some Adepti sigils to her. Master also said she hoped that I can take this opportunity to rejoin human society. But now that I'm here, I wonder if I've been removed from the world for too long. There's so much basic knowledge that I lack. Maybe it won't work for me to stay here after all. But either way, I'm very glad to have met you, and I'll take care of those Adepti sigils.
Without knowing the ins and outs of your situation, I can't say whether you should stay or not. But now that our paths have crossed, we'll always have a connection. So if you're ever feeling down, come find me on my ship. There'll be a drink waiting for you.
Thank you. So, Master Zhang, I'll need to use your facilities to make the sigils.
Fine by me. I'm actually curious to see how the Adepti arts work. Maybe I'll learn something.
Making the thingies.
Whew. The sigils are ready. Though they are in some respects inferior to my master's, I can assure you there will be no quality issues.
I've finished forging the things you asked for, too.
Great! Let's go submit them before someone else gets there ahead of us!
That's the closest one. Holy shit, you guys already built that much? It's been like 1 day. Very, very much doubt that there is a treasure chest here. No.
Ningguang's little secretary! We found all the materials!
Oh, already? All three of you found them together. Okay, I see. The Wonder Cores and Adepti sigils look good. It seems that we found our winners. I hereby announce that the winners of this material procurement contest are the Traveler, Yunjin, and Beidou.
What? It's over already? I haven't even found the plush-strike yet!
I can't believe it. So close, but so far.
I'd like to invite our three winners to please proceed to the Jade Chamber, where Lady Ningguang is waiting for you.
Huh? Where's Beidou? She was right here!
Captain Beidou has some business to attend to. She will join later. Please come with me for now.
Alright then, guess we'll head on up to the Jade Chamber first. This has been a long time coming. The last time we went up to the Jade Chamber was ages ago.
Yeah. Ningguang?
Combine the Adepti sigils with the Wonder Cores and insert them into the Jade Chamber's control compartment. The construction of the new Jade Chamber is now officially complete. Once the tethers are released, it will soar into the sky.
I still don't understand what these guys are. Like, they call themselves the Lue Yingxi? And I don't know what they are. Like, it's like they're some kind of ruling class or something. I don't understand. It was never clear to me.
Thank you all for your work. Now it is time for me to fulfill my promise.
Yeah!
Miss Yun, I've already heard something about the reason for your involvement. You are looking for a venue for your new opera, aren't you?
That's right. Lady Ningguang, I would like to hear your opinion.
Oh my god, what a worthless question.
The unveiling of Miss Yun's grand new opera surely requires a venue of equal grandeur. So what would you say if I proposed that we stage your first performance right here, in the newly built Jade Chamber? The Jade Chamber offers a splendid panoramic view of the mountains and the bustling city. It is fitting for the finest performance to be hosted in the heavens. I can think of no better stage for you than here, Miss Yun.
The biggest problem with voice acting is that it's almost impossible to do. Like, if you have 2 or 3 characters or something that need voice acting, you have a chance. Because you can find 2 or 3 capable voice actors and work with them closely. But in a situation like this, they have like probably like 100 voice actors. And finding people who are all at a decent level, or a similar level even, and then directing them all properly, and the range at where a voice actor is good is tiny. So it's like you go here, and then you have like this range up here that's overacting, and then you have a range up down here that's underacting, and then you just have complete garbage as well. Like Ningguang's voice actor, she's like okay, but she's underacting so heavily. She's literally just reading off a paper. And then everyone else is just overacting.
Thank you, Lady Ningguang. Then I will prepare my props and other articles shortly. Please allow me to bring all these aboard the Jade Chamber.
But not to be a misogynist or anything, but the female voice actors are the worst. They all just do the same things. Most male voice actors are a lot better. They're a lot more relaxed, and they just have a lot more character.
You're quite welcome. It's truly what a good opera deserves.
Even if a lot of them aren't great either. Like, Kaya overacts so hard, and it's super cringe to hear him talk.
Oh, a traveler, Shenhe, Paimon, I'll be leaving now. Do come and see my play when the time comes.
You're next. What is your question? I should clarify. I do not know your sister's whereabouts. Please, don't waste your question on this matter.
Wow, you're a mind reader, Ningguang. Oh well, guess Paimon will ask a question then.
Shut up, Paimon!
Managing a successful business is not as simple as you might think. Capital, connections, sensitivity to the trends, and instinct for what is a good opportunity. All of these traits are crucial. If you want to know how to make money, I will honor our agreement and give you an answer. But that is not to say that it will work for you.
Wow, Paimon hadn't even asked the question yet.
Your question was written all over your face. Now look, you helped me rebuild the Jade Chamber, and I intend to repay you handsomely for it. So I promise you that should you one day require financial assistance, you may seek employment here. I will pay you at the highest rate of remuneration.
Great! So next time we run out of Mora, we just need to come to Ningguang? No more questions from us. Shenhe, you got a question?
Me?
Yes, this is a group effort.
Thank you. But I don't have anything to ask.
Are you sure? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'd urge you not to squander it.
Yeah, just don't waste it. Hold on a
Lady Ningguang, do you think I can ever fit in Liyue Harbor?
Now that is an interesting question. Liyue Harbor is very inclusive. As long as you respect the rules here, you will not be turned away. So, the key is whether or not you yourself can develop a sense of belonging in Liyue Harbor.
Oh, a sense of belonging.
Yes. To become fond of a place, to feel part of it, it always requires a reason. Perhaps someone you've met, or something you've experienced here. Or perhaps you enjoy the atmosphere of Liyue, and you will become accustomed to it. In short, everyone needs a reason to stay. I hope you can find yours soon.
Host mode is getting removed. Okay. Why? This mode blocks. What? We introduced host mode in 2014 to make it easy for streamers to give their viewers another stream to watch when they went offline. Since its launch, we've learned that streamers want to share their viewers with other streamers to help them grow and have introduced features to help you do that. We made the decision to deprecate this feature because the experience it delivers to viewers doesn't match their expectations when they come to Twitch. Viewers want to interact with the streamer when they're live, and host mode blocks this from happening? Preventing viewers from interacting with the streamers they're watching also limits a streamer's growth potential, because they're not able to build meaningful connections with those new viewers. Oh, I guess. When you host, you can't talk in the new channel. I guess that's what they mean. That was always retarded. Like, you literally go offline and you put someone as host, but everyone is still stuck in your chat. Like, that's all they have to change. But I guess they're just changing it to the raids instead. Oh well, whatever. You can still raid.
I see.
Hey, what's going on? I just went to see the fleet. I'm a little later than expected.
Come on, Beidou! It's your turn! Do you have a question for Ningguang?
Me? Nah, I ain't got any questions. She forced me to help out, so I figured I may as well get involved with the contest. Ningguang, don't forget what we talked about. It's not gonna be easy to deal with. I don't think my fleet can take it on their own.
Don't worry. I have made preparations. The wound dressings are ready, and the Millilith have set up an ambush.
Glad to hear it. Watch your back. Stay alert.
Beidou? Ningguang? What are you talking about?
You'll see when the Jade Chamber ascends. However, it's not the most pleasant topic of conversation. Maybe it's better that you don't know. When I first set foot in the Jade Chamber, I stood at the edge of the platform and looked down upon Liyue Harbor far below. At that time, I dreamed that one day the Jade Chamber's shadow would be seen at all 7 nations of Teyvat. My wish has not changed to this very day. However, it is not only out of consideration for myself that I have built the Jade Chamber anew at this time. I hope the Jade Chamber will always float in the skies above Liyue Harbor, bearing witness to the prosperity and peace of the human world. And I hope that you can all witness it with me. Let the Ascension ceremony commence!
Are we unlocking this boss as a trans domain now? Looks different this time.
Right on cue. The Avenger of the Vortex, Beisht.
Who is that?
Weiss?
Osial's wife. Final follower of the Overlord of the Vortex.
Sounds like you knew this was coming.
Beidou sensed something was stirring in the deep. She warned me months ago. Knowing she harbors hatred toward the Jade Chamber, I chose to rebuild it now as a way of drawing her out.
Got it. Well, let's go fetch the Adepti.
No. In this human age, the people of Liyue must find a way to overcome this crisis on our strength alone.
It's catching! She has cat ears for some fucking reason. Or are they just owning it without my help? I would be very surprised.
All hands! Tsunami incoming!
What's that? Wait! A giant wave!
What am I gonna do about that? I'm just gonna kick it in the head. I don't know why he drew the level 1 sword. That was so useless.
You are a cursed child. Your life brings nothing but disaster to us all. At least if you die, I can bring her back.
The day you learn how to use your strength for the good of others is the day that you can truly become part of human society.
Gonna go Super Saiyan. She just jumped like a kilometer.
What are you doing here?
We can't let you be the only one taking this risk.
Wing! I hardly see this as a great risk. The people of Liyue Harbor are well prepared, and she is already badly injured. Only sheer willpower is keeping her alive. I may be nearing the end of my stamina, but in a fight to the death, I think I have the upper hand.
Bitch.
We'll help too.
Whoops. Oh, no. I hit. Oh no, there's another one.
Adventure time! Off we go!
Just gel at that guy?
Can't see. with the forest.
Okay, standing in the middle is the mistake.
Adventure time.
Where are you blasting? Alright. Ouch!
Enshroud.
Alright, so the guy who shoots balls is the only real thing to worry about. Say? That guy.
One with the forest.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Let's nip that in the bud. Enshroud.
You shooting balls at me? Where's the balls, man? Balls, balls, balls.
Let's light it up.
Balls!
One with the forest.
Do I have a super? When you use supers, you become invulnerable, so sometimes they're nice just to become, well, invulnerable.
Take your true form.
Oh, he's dead.
Shouldn't we go after her?
This place is unstable. It is too risky to continue pursuing her. If the place collapsed, the consequences would be disastrous. Let's head back.
Okay, that unlocks another trance domain. Okay. For what you get there. You alright?
I'm just a little exhausted. Otherwise, fine. I wanted to deal with it myself. I didn't expect you to follow me. Don't worry. She's not coming back anytime soon. After an injury like that, she'll likely seek refuge somewhere else.
How did things go underwater?
It's been dealt with. She was injured before entering the water. It didn't take too much effort to finish the job.
Good. So the crisis has been safely averted. When you visit the Jade Chamber in the future, you will be afforded generous treatment.
Lady Ningguang, the fleet reports that the sea monster has left Guyun Stone Forest and the surrounding waters have returned to normal.
Thank you. How are the Millilith?
Thanks to the medical supplies you prepared and Lady Keqing's command, our losses were minimal. Of course, we owe huge thanks to this young lady for her help. On behalf of the entire Millilith, thank you for your service.
Great. Then next time I watch Miss Yun's opera, I'll be able to take the compliments. I wasn't trying to be a hero, though. I just wanted to protect you.
Let the soldiers recuperate, but don't let your guard down. If she returns with a vengeance, we must be prepared.
Yes, ma'am.
You've been monitoring us for some time now. I trust you've reached a conclusion.
You wish to hear one's opinion. Well, things would have hardly gone so smoothly had it not been for Shenhe.
That I do not deny. However, final victory was always going to be ours, even had things been a little more arduous. If it came to it, I could always destroy another Jade Chamber.
One has observed your adaptation of the Guizhong Ballista, and find oneself compelled to admit that you have evidenced some degree of novel thinking. You have learned from past failures and prepared for this crisis in advance. This is considerable progress compared to the last time. Hence, on balance, one finds your performance during this trial satisfactory enough. But there will no doubt be further trials to come in the future. Do not suppose that one will not continue observing you hereafter.
While the position of Tianquan remains mine, I will always ensure Liyue's safety.
Shenhe, one saw you secretly venture out from the mountains a few years ago, and noticed the air of dejection in which you return. Hopefully this trip to Liyue Harbor has been a different experience.
Yes. I can't explain it, but I feel happier than I expected.
Good. Traveler, please take good care of Shenhe. She is a dear child. In fact, one has many fond memories of Shenhe's childhood that she may be interested to hear about.
There'll be no need for that.
Oh. They are all like this. Fine. Since you care not to listen, one shan't be telling you. One shall be going homeward now.
Bye.
Please, have a good rest. Come to the Jade Chamber when you have recovered your energy. We must celebrate both the completion of the Jade Chamber and the fact that Liyue has weathered another crisis. This banquet must be the most spectacular ever.
Oh, thank you, they didn't teleport me away. I saw all these yummy crystals back here.
Oh, so what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you...
Oh, Catching is still standing around here.
The Millilith's casualties are within the range we expected, but in hindsight, there were still flaws with our plan. If we'd had more time, we could have built a barrier here to absorb the impact of the waves. We must learn from this experience and never repeat the same mistakes again. We were fortunate to have your assistance this time. Thank you.
Catching could almost be cool if she didn't have high heels. But it's not just that bothers me with her design. Like it's the cat ears that are like, she doesn't have actual cat ears, I think. Some characters have actual cat ears, but she just has her hair made up as cat ears. And that is just too pretentious. I can't deal with that. And also her stockings, like it's just too plain. It feels like she's just wearing long socks. Like she just has her dress and just long socks, and that's it. It's just, it doesn't look good. Oh shit, how the fuck do I get over there? Oh, I've already marked it. Well, I know one surefire way of getting there. I think I'm actually gonna stop streaming. So let's let this be the final thing we do. Switch over to that. Party setup. Unfortunately, his skill has a rather long cooldown. We don't need to go the full distance. There's not enough of this. Like, there is a little bit just being able to freeze water and walk over it and stuff, but in games like this, I think it's really, really important that there's a lot of non-combat utility for your characters. One more, then we can swim. But swimming absolutely eats up stamina. Like, insane amounts of stamina. I don't know why. Swimming isn't even that exhausting. This is a big, locked in a shrine, luxurious chest. And everything it contains is still garbage. But basically it gives you more Primo Gems than any other chest, and all the garbage is higher quality garbage than the other chests contain. So when you use it as upgrade materials, you get a lot more XP out of it. So while it is absolute trash, it is still good trash. Let's do the last victory feast thing here.
Wow! Everyone's already seated! It's Paimon's first time attending a banquet in the Jade Chamber. The food here looks amazing!
All of you here are my distinguished guests. I am determined that each of you thoroughly enjoys yourself. Those who don't drink alcohol, please, help yourself to other beverages. Fine wine is a delight to the senses, but it is far from the only one. I trust you will find the marvelous view from the Jade Chamber to be an equally gratifying indulgence.
Have you heard? Miss Yun's going to be performing today.
Sure have. Honestly, it's the main reason I'm here. I've never missed any of Miss Yun's performances, and I don't intend to start now. I hear she's going to perform the Divine Damsel of Devastation today, the one written by her father. I've been so excited that I've barely slept the last few nights.
Hey, look! Miss Yun is going on stage!
Oh, it's in Chinese.
神女披冠到这里本该接近尾声，但今日我再添一笔，
唱与诸位听，知道为民人不是，自有知音和情思，功名烈烈见了心。
Level 1 sword.
彼时鹤归，茫茫天地无依靠，孤身离去。今日再会，新朋旧友坐满堂，共聚此时。
What did you think? Personally, I thought I sang rather well.
It was beautiful. Paimon wants to learn too.
It was wonderful. Also, thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks to you, the Divine Damsel of Devastation is a more nuanced tale than ever. The play has an ending, but life goes on. I believe you will find a way to fit in Liyue Harbor.
Thank you. I think I found the opportunity I needed to change.
Ms. Yun, here you are. Great to see you. Huh? Hey, this young lady with the white hair looks like some kind of VIP. Yeah, that's it, like an Adeptus. Wait, you're the girl from the opera, aren't you? The Divine Damsel herself. And look who else we have here, the illustrious traveler. Well, I'll be. This was definitely worth showing up for. Let me pull up a chair, all right. We'll all have a friendly chat, get better acquainted.
Alternatively, you could leave us alone. That is, if you'd prefer to finish your drink via the orifice of your own choice.
Uh-oh, this feels all too familiar. Shenhe's back to her old self again.
Seems she still has a long way to go.
Hey, what are you doing?
She just has Adeptus mannerisms. They're all like that.
Calm down, Shenhe. Calm down.
To be continued. We did get something there. Whatever that might have been. I don't know. Something seems to be troubling the team master Lu Shu. Lu Zhu, wasn't that a Three Kingdoms character? Isn't that the guy from the Riverlands? Or from the Southlands? The Riverlands is the middle place. What is it I need for this? Taurus Iracundus Chapter 1. Imperatrix Ambrosa. I know what Imperatrix Ambrosa is, but what the fuck is Taurus Iracundus? Is that anything I have active? Taurus Arataki Ito. For that I need Rasaina Somnolenta. So I need Sanganomiya. Alright. So Sanganomiya is the next one I'm gonna unlock here. Don't have any more keys. Either way, I have a lot to do anyway. But we'll stop there. I'm super tired. I'm gonna try streaming again. More regularly, but we'll see if I can manage. I might not. But I'm gonna do my best to stream programming tomorrow. So, until then, thanks for hanging. Have a good night. Bye bye.